Chosen ones, as we gather here today, I encourage you to embrace the stillness within. The message ahead is a sacred whisper for those who feel the weight of their calling. If your heart beats in rhythm with these words, it's a sign that you are destined for something extraordinary. Let's embark on this journey together. In this world, you may often feel overwhelmed or crushed by the challenges and obstacles thrown in your path. But here's the truth. This world was designed to test you, but you, chosen one, were anointed to conquer it. There is a divine power within you, given by God, that allows you to rise above the trials and struggles meant to hold you down. You were not placed here to be defeated. You were placed here to overcome. As we dive deeper into this message, we'll explore how your hardships are not meant to destroy you, but to shape you into the warrior God has called you to be. These battles are preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. Stay with me, chosen one, and discover your divine purpose in conquering this world. Chosen one, subscribe and turn on notifications to join the Kingdom Calls family. The world, as we know it, is filled with challenges, obstacles, and trials that can make you feel overwhelmed and defeated. But, chosen one, what you must realize is that these trials were never meant to destroy you. They were designed to build you. In fact, the very struggles you face are preparing you for the purpose God has laid out for you. This world may have been built to crush you, but you were anointed to conquer it. This distinction is crucial to understand as you navigate your journey as a chosen one. When we reflect on the idea that this world was built to crush, we are reminded of the forces that try to wear us down. Whether it's external circumstances like financial struggles, relationship issues, or health challenges, or internal battles such as fear, doubt, or insecurity, the pressure can feel unbearable. But in these moments, it's essential to remember that God has equipped you with everything you need to rise above it all. The power you carry is not of this world. It comes from the divine source that created you. God has a way of using what was meant to break you to mold you into someone stronger and more capable than you ever thought possible. The hardships you endure are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth. Each challenge is a stepping stone that brings you closer to your divine purpose. These moments of struggle, pain, or confusion are the very moments where God is shaping your character, refining your faith, and preparing you for greatness. It's important to reflect on why these hardships happen. Often we ask, why me? Or why is this happening? But the better question is, what is God trying to teach me in this season? Every trial you face has a purpose. It might be preparing you for something greater than you can currently see, or it might be teaching you to rely more on God's strength than your own. Either way, the struggle is not meaningless. It is part of the divine process. As you navigate the hardships of this world, remember that you are not alone. God has anointed you to conquer, and that means He has placed His power within you. This power is not something you have to earn or achieve. It's already there. You were born with it, and it's your responsibility to tap into it, especially in times of struggle. One of the greatest challenges for chosen ones is understanding how to navigate these moments of adversity without losing faith. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned or when you face setbacks that seem to block your path. But this is where your spiritual growth happens. It's in these moments of uncertainty that your faith is tested, and it's through these tests that your faith becomes stronger. God often allows adversity because it drives us closer to Him. When everything is going well, it's easy to rely on our own abilities. But when we face challenges that we cannot overcome on our own, we are reminded of our need for God's guidance and strength. This reliance on God is what transforms you into the warrior you were created to be. The world may try to crush you, but it cannot overcome the power of God working through you. Another layer of this journey is the emotional and mental toll that comes with the struggles you face. It's not just about surviving the external challenges, it's about overcoming the internal battles as well. Fear, doubt, and insecurity can creep in and make you question whether you're really capable of handling the calling God has placed on your life. But let me remind you, God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. You are not expected to have all the answers or all the strength on your own. God has anointed you, and through His power, you will conquer what the world throws at you. Conquering the world as a chosen one isn't about using the world's weapons or striving for success as it's commonly defined. It's about surrendering to God's will, trusting His plan, and walking in faith even when the path isn't clear. The battles you face are spiritual, and your victory comes through faith, obedience, and trusting God's timing. Reflect on where God has brought you through trials. Each struggle has strengthened you, revealing God's faithfulness in every step. The challenges you've faced have not been in vain. They've been opportunities for growth, preparing you for what's ahead. Your story of overcoming is not just for you. It's a beacon of hope for others. As a chosen one, your victories serve as inspiration, showing others that with God, all things are possible. Your journey is a testament to God's power, guiding others toward their own breakthrough. As we continue reflecting on the core message of this journey, it's essential to remember that every trial you face as a chosen one serves a purpose. The world, with all its challenges, may seem like it was designed to crush your spirit, but God has a plan far greater than any struggle you will encounter. Your journey is unique, and the challenges you've faced are part of a divine preparation that equips you to conquer, grow, and transform. In this section, we'll dive deeper into how God uses these moments to strengthen and shape you, providing the tools necessary for your spiritual growth. As a chosen one, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the intensity of the obstacles that appear in your life. Whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual trials, the weight of these experiences can sometimes feel unbearable. Yet, it's in these very moments of pressure and adversity that God's work is most evident. Much like a diamond that is forged under intense pressure, you are being refined through the difficulties you face. Consider the ways in which your faith has grown stronger during times of adversity. When everything is going well, it's easy to rely on our own strength and understanding. But it's when we are faced with challenges, when we feel like we have no answers, no solutions, and no strength left, that we turn to God. It's in these moments that we learn to rely not on our own understanding, but on God's infinite wisdom and power. This reliance is a core part of your spiritual growth. Your struggles are not wasted. They are the very tools God uses to build resilience in you. Each battle has sharpened your discernment, deepened your empathy, and strengthened your ability to stand firm in your faith. This process of refinement may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. God is stripping away the things that hinder your progress and shaping you into the person you need to become in order to fulfill your divine purpose. A key insight to consider during this time of reflection is the concept of spiritual endurance. Endurance is not merely about surviving, it's about thriving in the midst of trials. It's about maintaining your faith and your connection to God even when the road becomes difficult. God never promised an easy journey, but He did promise that He would walk with you through every storm. This endurance is not something you can develop overnight. It is built through consistent trust in God's plan, even when that plan is not immediately clear. One of the most profound aspects of this spiritual journey is the way God uses your struggles not only to shape you, but also to prepare you for greater things. Every challenge you've faced has been a stepping stone to a higher level of purpose and calling. You may not see the full picture now, but God is aligning everything for your ultimate good. The trials you face today are strengthening you for the victories of tomorrow. As you reflect on your personal journey, think about the moments when you felt closest to God. Were they moments of peace and comfort? Or were they moments of hardship and trial? Often, it's in our most difficult seasons that we experience the deepest connection with God. Why? Because it's in these moments that we are reminded of our dependence on Him. We are reminded that we cannot do this alone, and we are drawn closer to the one who can carry us through. Another dimension to explore is how these trials not only impact you, but also those around you. Your journey as a chosen one is not just about personal growth, it's also about how your life influences others. People are watching your journey, friends, family members, even strangers. Your response to adversity can serve as a powerful testimony to God's faithfulness. The way you navigate your challenges can inspire others to seek God in their own struggles. Think about the times when you've witnessed someone else's faith in the face of hardship. Their resilience likely strengthened your own belief in God's power. In the same way, your journey can inspire others to trust in God's plan. You are not just walking this path for yourself, you are also walking it for those who will be encouraged by your perseverance. This is the beauty of being part of the body of Christ. We are interconnected, and our victories and struggles are shared with one another, building up the whole. As you prepare for what lies ahead, trust that God has already mapped out your journey. Every challenge equips you for your calling, cultivating patience, wisdom, and discernment. Lean on your faith and the community God has provided. With Him guiding your steps, the best is yet to come. As we approach the heart of this message, there's a powerful sense of anticipation building. You've walked through trials, faced battles, and endured hardships that at times may have felt overwhelming, but something deep within you has kept pushing you forward. This sense, this pull, isn't a coincidence. It's God preparing you for what's coming next. Right now, you may feel the weight of the unknown, the uncertainty of what lies ahead. But let me reassure you, chosen one, that this anticipation is not just a feeling. It's a sign that something extraordinary is on the horizon. The world may have thrown countless challenges your way, each one designed to break you down. But remember that you are not of this world. You've been set apart, called for a higher purpose, and the anticipation you're feeling is the confirmation that God is about to reveal something significant in your life. Have you ever noticed how the moments just before a breakthrough are often the hardest? It's as if the pressure increases, the doubts grow louder, and the obstacles seem insurmountable. But this is where faith comes in. This is where your spiritual strength is tested and refined. In this moment of anticipation, it's natural to feel a mixture of excitement and apprehension. After all, stepping into the unknown can be daunting. You may wonder if you're truly ready for the next phase of your journey. You might question whether you have what it takes to conquer the challenges that lie ahead. These questions are valid, but they are also the very things that build your faith. Each question, each moment of doubt, is an opportunity to lean deeper into God's promises. What you're feeling right now is not just the tension of waiting, it's the beginning of transformation. Think about it. Every significant change in your life has come after a season of waiting, of anticipation. There is a reason for this. God doesn't rush the process. He takes His time to prepare you, to mold you, and to ensure that when you step into your greatness, you are fully equipped to handle the responsibility that comes with it. Perhaps you've been noticing signs in your life, small shifts, opportunities that seem to align perfectly with your desires, or even doors closing that you thought were meant for you. These are not coincidences. They are signs that God is aligning things behind the scenes, preparing you for the very moment that you've been waiting for. But even in these signs, there may still be a lingering question: what's next? This is where the tension lies. You've come this far, endured so much, and now you stand on the brink of something new, something greater. But the details aren't fully clear yet, are they? You can sense that something is happening, but you don't yet know the full picture. This is the space where faith and trust in God are most critical. It's easy to trust when we see the whole plan laid out before us, but true faith is trusting God even when the path ahead is still shrouded in mystery. The anticipation you feel is not meant to create anxiety, it's meant to stir your spirit. It's God's way of preparing your heart, mind, and soul for the next step. The excitement you feel is a signal that your spirit recognizes what's coming, even if your mind can't yet comprehend it. This is a sacred moment in your journey. It's the calm before the storm, the moment just before the doors swing wide open, revealing the next phase of your calling. But, chosen one, this is also a time of preparation. In this waiting period, God is fine-tuning your heart, sharpening your discernment, and deepening your faith. The tension you feel isn't just about what's coming, it's about who you are becoming in the process. You're not just waiting for the world around you to change, you're waiting for the transformation within yourself to be complete. The person you are becoming is exactly who you need to be to step into the greatness that's ahead. As you stand in this moment, reflect on the lessons you've learned so far. What has God been teaching you in this season of anticipation? What areas of your life have been stretched and strengthened? Often, the preparation doesn't look like what we expect. The anticipation you feel isn't just about waiting, it's about transformation. God is preparing you for something greater, shaping you into the person you need to be for the next phase of your journey. Though the path ahead isn't fully clear, trust that every challenge and every lesson has led you to this moment. Stay expectant, chosen one. Your breakthrough is near. Keep your heart open and remain faithful, because what's coming next is beyond what you can imagine. The best is yet to come. As we continue on this journey, the sense of anticipation you feel is not by accident. It's a divine signal that you are on the brink of something life-changing, something that will alter the course of your journey in ways you may not fully comprehend yet. But here's the truth, chosen one. You've been prepared for this moment all along. God has been working behind the scenes, orchestrating everything in your life to lead you to this very point. The anticipation is not just a waiting period, it's an active process, a time of spiritual refinement that is preparing you for the greatness you are about to step into. At this stage, it's natural to feel a mixture of emotions. You may feel excitement, hope, and expectation, but also uncertainty and doubt. The unknown has a way of making us question whether we are truly ready, whether we are equipped for the challenges ahead. But let me reassure you, chosen one, that everything you've gone through, every trial, every hardship, has been building you up for this moment. God never allows you to face something you're not ready for. He has been molding you, refining you, and preparing you in ways you may not even realize. The waiting you've experienced is not wasted time. Often we look at periods of waiting as delays, setbacks, or even as punishment. But in God's divine timing, every season of waiting has a purpose. The waiting refines your character, builds your faith, and deepens your trust in God's plan. It's in these moments of anticipation that you learn to let go of your desire to control the outcome and instead surrender fully to God's will. This surrender is a critical step in your spiritual journey, for it allows you to step into the unknown with faith rather than fear. As you reflect on the journey thus far, consider the lessons God has been teaching you in this season. Every challenge, every obstacle was not meant to break you, but to strengthen you. The battles you fought have not been in vain. They have been preparing you for what's to come. The anticipation you feel right now is the culmination of all that preparation. You're on the verge of a breakthrough, and while you may not see it yet, know that God is aligning everything perfectly for the next phase of your journey. You may find yourself asking questions during this period of anticipation. What's next? Am I really ready for this? These are valid questions, and they are a natural part of the process. But let me remind you, chosen one, that doubt is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of growth. Every time you question whether you're capable, you're actually giving yourself the opportunity to lean deeper into God's promises. It's in those moments of doubt that your faith is strengthened. Think back to the moments when you felt the most unsure of yourself. How did God show up for you in those times? How did He provide, guide, and protect you, even when the way forward seemed unclear? The same God who brought you through those moments is the same God who is preparing you for what's next. He hasn't brought you this far to leave you now. Every step you've taken has been ordered by Him, and He will continue to guide you as you move forward. The anticipation you feel is also a sign that something is shifting within you. It's not just about external circumstances changing, it's about the transformation happening inside of you. God is fine-tuning your heart, sharpening your discernment, and deepening your spiritual understanding. This is all part of the preparation. Before God opens the next door, He wants to ensure that you are ready to step through it with confidence, faith, and wisdom. Consider how much you've grown already. The person you were when you started this journey is not the person you are now. You've gained wisdom, insight, and strength that you didn't have before. These qualities are not accidental. They are intentional gifts from God, given to you so that you can fulfill the calling He has placed on your life. The anticipation is a reminder that you are not the same as you once were. You've been refined, and now you are ready to walk into the next season with a renewed sense of purpose. But what is this next season? That's the question, isn't it? What lies ahead? What is God preparing you for? The answers may not be entirely clear yet, and that's okay. Part of the journey of faith is learning to trust in the process, even when the full picture hasn't been revealed. God doesn't show us everything at once for a reason. If He did, we might try to rush ahead or take shortcuts. But in His wisdom, He reveals things step by step, allowing us to grow and mature along the way. This anticipation you're feeling is also a signal that the timing is almost right. God's timing is perfect, never too early, never too late. He knows exactly when to open the doors, when to provide the opportunities, and when to move you into the next phase of your journey. The waiting has been preparing you, and now you're on the cusp of seeing the fruits of that preparation. The doors are about to open, and when they do, you will be ready to step into them with the confidence and assurance that God has been with you every step of the way. But in this final stretch, as the anticipation builds, it's important to stay grounded. Keep your focus on God, not on the circumstances around you. It can be easy to get caught up in the excitement or even the uncertainty of what's coming next. But remember, God is your anchor. He is the one guiding your steps, and as long as you remain connected to Him, you will not be led astray. Use this time of anticipation to deepen your relationship with God. Spend time in prayer, meditate on His Word, and listen for His guidance. The closer you are to Him, the clearer your path will become. He will reveal what you need to know when you need to know it. And in the meantime, trust that He is preparing everything, both within you and around you, for the breakthrough that's coming. As you stand on the brink of this next season, remember that God's plans for you are far greater than anything you could imagine. The anticipation you feel is not just about the challenges ahead, it's about the victories that are coming. You've been anointed to conquer, and now it's time to step into that victory. The waiting is almost over, chosen one. The breakthrough is near, and when it comes, you will be ready. So, as you move forward in this moment of anticipation, hold on to the promises God has spoken over your life. Let go of the doubts, the fears, and the uncertainties. Embrace the process, knowing that God is in control. The next season of your journey is filled with divine purpose, and you are exactly where you need to be. Keep your heart open, stay expectant, and trust that the best is yet to come. As you move forward, the anticipation you felt is now transforming into action. The path before you has been prepared, and every trial you've endured has equipped you with the tools necessary to navigate it. But what does this next step look like? How do you continue on this journey of spiritual growth, and how do you align yourself with the divine purpose God has placed over your life? The most crucial aspect of moving forward is understanding that you are not alone. God has been with you every step of the way, and He will continue to guide you through the next phase of your journey. Sometimes we become so focused on what we need to do, on the actions we need to take, that we forget the most important thing: remaining close to God. As you enter this new season, ensure that your relationship with God remains at the center of everything you do. It's from this relationship that all other things will flow. God has a plan for your life, And while you may not see the entire roadmap, trust that He will reveal each step in His perfect timing. This requires patience and faith, qualities that are not always easy to maintain when you're eager to move forward. However, embracing patience is key to your growth. Often, the greatest progress happens not in the grand moments of achievement, but in the quiet moments of waiting and trusting God. These are the moments where your faith is strengthened and your character is shaped. Patience allows God's timing to unfold in a way that not only benefits you, but also those around you. The path forward is not just about your personal victory. It's about how your journey impacts others. As a chosen one, your life is meant to be a testimony of God's power and grace. The lessons you've learned, the battles you've overcome, are not just for you. They are also for those who are watching your journey. Your story will inspire others to trust in God's faithfulness. Therefore, moving forward also involves sharing your story, being transparent about your struggles and your victories so that others can see the greatness of God through your life. Moreover, as you continue on this journey, understand that moving forward doesn't always mean rushing ahead. Sometimes it means taking deliberate, intentional steps that are guided by the Holy Spirit. Discernment is a critical part of this process. God may not always give you a clear answer right away, but He will guide you through your spirit, through signs, and through the wisdom of those around you. This is why it's essential to remain sensitive to His voice and to seek His guidance in everything you do. As you take each step forward, don't be discouraged by setbacks or challenges that arise. These are a natural part of the journey, and they are often where the most growth occurs. Remember, the world was built to challenge you, to test your faith and resilience. But you've been anointed to conquer it. Every obstacle you face is an opportunity to deepen your trust in God and to rely on His strength rather than your own. This is where your faith is refined and your spiritual muscles are strengthened. One of the key challenges you may face as you move forward is fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, or fear that you are not capable of fulfilling the calling God has placed on your life. But let me remind you, chosen one, that fear has no place in the heart of someone who is walking in God's purpose. God did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. When fear tries to creep in, remind yourself of God's promises. He has already gone before you, preparing the way. All you need to do is trust and follow His lead. In addition to fear, you may encounter moments of doubt. Doubt in yourself, doubt in your abilities, and even doubt in God's plan. It's in these moments that you must hold on to the truths you know. God has called you, He has equipped you, and He will never abandon you. Doubt is a natural part of the human experience, but it's not a place where you should dwell. Instead, use your doubt as a springboard to dive deeper into God's word and His promises. Let His truth be the anchor that keeps you steady when the waves of uncertainty try to pull you under. Another important aspect of moving forward is surrounding yourself with the right people. The journey of a chosen one is not meant to be walked alone. God places people in your life for a reason, to encourage you, support you, and remind you of His faithfulness when you may forget. Take time to nurture relationships with those who uplift your spirit, who speak life into your dreams, and who challenge you to grow in your faith. At the same time, be mindful of those who may not understand your journey or who try to pull you off the path God has set before you. Not everyone will recognize the calling on your life, and that's okay. You don't need validation from others to know that you are walking in God's will. As you continue on this path, it's also essential to stay focused on your spiritual disciplines. Prayer, fasting, reading the Word, and spending quiet time in God's presence are foundational to your journey. These practices are what keep you grounded and connected to God's voice. Without them, it's easy to lose sight of the bigger picture and get distracted by the noise of the world. As you move forward, trust God's plan and remain patient. Embrace the process, knowing He's shaping you for something greater. Stay close to Him, keep your faith strong, and let His Spirit guide each step. Your journey ahead is filled with divine purpose and incredible possibilities. As we come to the end of this message, remember that you have been chosen for something greater. The trials you face are not meant to defeat you, but to strengthen you. Each challenge you encounter is refining you, preparing you to step fully into the purpose God has placed on your life. You have been anointed to conquer this world, and through God's grace, you possess the strength, resilience, and wisdom needed to overcome every obstacle. The world may try to crush you, but with God by your side, you are more than a conqueror. Trust in His plan, lean on His strength, and walk boldly in the power He has given you. Take a moment to reflect on the battles you've already faced and overcome. Think about how those experiences have shaped you and how God's hand was guiding you even when you couldn't see it. Each trial has been a stepping stone, leading you closer to the greatness God has in store for you. And while the journey may not always be easy, you're never alone. You're part of a community, a family of believers who are walking this path alongside you. Lean into that community. Together, we can lift each other up, share our struggles, celebrate our victories, and stay strong in our faith. If this message resonated with you, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications so you never miss the divine wisdom and guidance that's meant to uplift and inspire you. Share this message with others who may need to hear it, and engage with the Kingdom Cause community in the comments below. We're on this journey together, and there's so much more ahead. Stay tuned, chosen one. Your breakthrough is near, and the best is yet to come. Keep believing and moving forward in faith. If this message touched your heart and you'd like to support the Chosen One's community, consider donating to our Patreon. Your contribution helps us continue creating spiritually enriching content that uplifts and guides you and others on this sacred journey. By supporting us, you become part of a greater mission, helping to spread God's message of love, hope, healing, and divine purpose. Every donation makes a difference in continuing this important work for chosen ones like you. Thank you for being part of this incredible journey and for helping us shine God's light into the world with even greater impact.